By the time he reached the old station house, Jack had already checked the outbuildings. No sign of the pair. That meant the house was it. Had to be. He circled wide and moved in with measured steps, keeping to cover and staying low. He approached the back of the home, his body taut. The spirits had burned off. All he could hear was the rasp of his own breath and the beat of his heart. Any moment he expected a rifle's crack to shatter the quiet, but no shot came, and no one stood guard at the back door. He reached the threshold and pressed a hand to the door. It swung on hinges that thankfully remained silent. Inside, the house was dim. The house smelled faintly of the acrid scent of a fire long since burned out. No one was downstairs, so he moved to the base of the staircase. The stairs looked treacherous, old bones settling into themselves. He worked quickly to pull off his boots. Then Jack placed his weight carefully on the steps, pressing each stockinged foot against the far side of the board. His footfalls, the quietest whisper. Halfway up, he stopped. There was a voice upstairs, someone muttering, and it sounded like it could be old Jules. The man's words were a growl, peppered with the occasional grunt of irritation. He still had no idea what waited at the top. Jules might be poised, a pistol aimed at the landing, waiting for any fool dumb enough to come up. The girl, Jules' wife, might be standing on the other side, her finger on a trigger too. But there was nothing for it. Jack had to keep going, up, slow and steady. At the top, the landing opened with doorways yawning on either side. He pressed himself against the wall before the first door and risked a glance into the west room. A washstand stood against the far wall, and a cracked mirror above caught sunlight. Jules was there all right, hunched over the windowsill. A rifle rested across his knees, and one big hand curled around the stock. Across the hall in the other room, Jules' wife stood looking out her own window. Her body was still. A pistol lay atop a child's bed. Jack exhaled slowly, calculating. He couldn't just burst in on Jules now, gun raised, not with Jules expecting trouble and his wife in the other room, a pistol within reach. His luck had held out this far, but one wrong move this close to the man, and it could all end in blood and failure. He needed Jules off balance, so he waited. From the other room, a soft cough broke the silence. Jules flinched, not much, just a twitch of his shoulders, a small shift in his chair, but it was enough. Jack holstered his pistol and clamped his knife between his teeth. Jules grunted, moved again, and still his attention never left the yard below. Jack stepped forward. A tickle rose in his nose, the dry air threatening to betray him, but he bit down harder on the knife. In 3 heartbeats, he reached Jules' chair, his chest tight. He slid the knife from between his teeth.